Finalmente, o que muitos queriam aconteceu. Phil Spencer falou sobre quando os jogos da Activision Blizzard irão chegar definitivamente ao catálogo do Xbox Game Pass. Também comentou sobre a compra da Activision Blizzard, o futuro do Xbox depois disso, franquias antigas da Activision Blizzard e muito mais. Então vem conferir tudo isso comigo. Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo especial aqui no canal Só Xbox. E o seu like, o seu gostei também é muito especial e ajuda muito, então já vai deixando o seu like no vídeo, deixa o gostei agora, se inscreve aqui no canal para não perder nenhuma novidade do Xbox nunca e ativa o sininho com todas as notificações. Então bora conferir passo a passo com a minha opinião também, discutindo sobre tudo que o Phil Spencer falou sobre Activision Blizzard, jogos chegando no Game Pass, quando eles irão chegar e muito mais. Isso tudo aconteceu durante um podcast oficial no canal do Xbox no YouTube e o Phil Spencer começou comentando sobre a compra da Activision Blizzard.
As much as we'd love to continue talking about that with you, Phil, also the big deal has closed on Friday, and I'm seeing a lot of headlines, a lot of YouTubers saying things like, "It's done, it's done." And we were talking earlier, this isn't the end. This is really the beginning with Xbox and Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, I think the regulatory process, let's just say it took so long that it almost felt like the game or the kind of goal itself was to get through the regulatory process. That's just the beginning. So spending time with the teams and getting to hear from them where they're going. I have some of my own opinions, of course, but they're just opinions. This is getting time with the teams, thinking about where we're trying to go, then looking at the games and where we are and where the roadmap. That's really where the work is, and I'm very, very excited about that.
Resumidamente, aqui ele falou que vai entrar em contatos, inclusive ele vai viajar para os estúdios com as equipes da Activision Blizzard, conversar com os caras e ver o que eles estão fazendo, como que anda o andamento ali dos projetos. E na sequência, ele fala sobre a famigerada data que todo mundo espera dos jogos da Activision Blizzard chegando ao catálogo do Xbox Game Pass.
And as part of that journey, obviously there's the big burning question that everybody would like to know, and you mentioned it in your Xbox Wire, but it's also, and you wrote in your Xbox Wire post last week as well, that the work has started on bringing Activision Blizzard King games to Game Pass and other platforms. And I think like speculation and wish lists have been running wild ever since last week. So I'm sure you've seen all of that. But what does that mean exactly, especially when we think about our last acquisition in 2021 with Bethesda? There was a fairly immediate drop of back catalog games. So I think people are looking to that and wondering, is that kind of how the format is going to go now, or what does that actually look like?
And I think rightfully so, right? When we finished Bethesda, there was this great moment. We were able to put a bunch of the back catalog games in, celebrate their history. The truth of the matter is, with Activision Blizzard King, that the regulatory process took so long, and frankly, there was a lot of uncertainty in that process up until really a week before we closed, or the week of, when the CMA finally came down to their decision, that we weren't able to get in and work with mostly Activision and Blizzard in this case, on that back catalog work. So now that the deal is closed, we're starting that work, but there is work. And I think the Activision Twitter handle or X handle, whatever we're calling it, did put out a statement. I can't call it X, but Twitter handle did put out something that talked about 2024. I think that's accurate. There's no. I would love it if there was some kind of secret celebration drop that's coming in the next couple of weeks. There's not. It's definitely when we think about the new games that are there. I would be straight with people, right? If we were going to put them in the subscription this year, I would tell people. And I know there'll be some disappointment about that. This acquisition is definitely long-term. So the fact that we're not hitting day one with a bunch of games dropping in to Game Pass is a little bit of a downer, but I'm very excited about the future, and I just want to be straight with people that that's where we are.
Definitivamente aqui ele acabou confirmando o que ele postou lá no blog oficial do Xbox, que eu postei inclusive anteriormente aqui no canal e falei também em outro vídeo avisando que os jogos não chegariam essa semana no catálogo do Game Pass, nem Call of Duty, nenhum outro jogo da Activision Blizzard, e ele falou que apenas em 2024 por causa de um atraso muito grande nessa negociação, nessa aprovação da compra da Activision Blizzard, diferente do que aconteceu lá com a Bethesda, que os jogos vieram rápido porque a compra foi aprovada muito rapidamente e eles se organizaram muito bem e muito rápido também. Então, só em 2024, só mesmo, porque ele falou que não podemos ter nenhuma surpresa esse ano ainda. O que você achou disso? Comenta aqui embaixo. E ele falou muito mais, sendo que logo na sequência ele foi perguntado sobre o Call of Duty no PlayStation e outras plataformas, sobre paridade, sobre se os jogos vão ter vantagens no Xbox em relação ao PlayStation, como hoje tem o PlayStation, recebe beta antes, tal, e outras coisas. Olha o que ele falou sobre isso.
I think for players who may not be playing on Xbox, they want to know, what does this mean for them on their platform? Like, is Xbox going to see exclusive DLC, you know, early release, things like that? So what can you tell players who are looking to play Call of Duty on other
And when we say other platforms, I think we're talking about PlayStation?
Yeah, I think
that other one?
Yeah.
I mean, because I think the PC players, their PC is unique, and I want it to feel like it's part of the overall gaming platform that Xbox focuses on. We've been on that journey for a while with our first party and our Xbox app on PC. There's a lot of work for us to continue to do there. For Call of Duty players on PlayStation and in the future on Nintendo, I want you to feel 100% part of the community. I don't want you to feel like there's content you're missing out, there's skins you're missing out, there's timing that you're missing out on. That's not the goal. The goal is 100% parity across all platforms as much as we can for launching content. I say as much as we can on parity because clearly some platforms have resolution and frame rate differences just based on perf. But there's nothing else. Like we have no goal of somehow trying to use Call of Duty to get you to buy an Xbox console. So it is, I want the Call of Duty nation to feel supported across all platforms. We've been on the other side of some of those skins and times, even this beta, like it wasn't on Xbox the first week. Like I don't think that helps the community. I don't think that helps the game. And so it's the focus if you're a PlayStation player, you're a Nintendo player, PC player, or an Xbox console player. I want you to feel like 100% part of the Call of Duty nation.
Aqui ele respondeu nitidamente que o Xbox vai ter o Call of Duty, o PlayStation também, até o Nintendo, PC, outras plataformas, com paridade, os mesmos jogos na mesma data. Inclusive ele citou a desvantagem do beta do Xbox em relação ao PlayStation, que chega antes, e ele não quer fazer isso também agora que o Call of Duty é do Xbox, porque prejudica os jogadores. Então ele quis dizer que a Sony prejudica os jogadores de Xbox, e prejudica sim, porque eles não podem jogar os beta antes. Isso não vai mais acontecer com a Microsoft sendo dona da franquia. E os jogos serão praticamente os mesmos, respeitando as limitações da plataforma. Isso nos dá a entender que se no Xbox o jogo for rodar melhor por causa do poder do console, ele pode rodar melhor, mas eles vão usar também o máximo lá do PlayStation 5. E é claro que ele também foi perguntado e respondeu sobre a volta de franquias antigas da Activision Blizzard.
So let's talk about, we were talking about the rumors of when, things might appear on Game Pass. The other sort of like set of rumors or speculation out there.
Rumors.
There's only the two, right? Is like,
two.
Are you bringing back Guitar Hero or Tony Hawk, or would you have Infinity Ward work on this Xbox IP or franchise or something like that? And that stuff's been, there was 20 months to think about those types of things.
Yeah.
But now that officially the team is joined as of Friday, so you have 9 studios, there's a wealth of IP from Activision. Like, how are you thinking about these new teams, these new franchises, or new to us franchises? Like, how do you even take all of that in?
Yeah, the first thing, as I kind of mentioned before, is to go spend time with the teams. Because I just don't think that a team working on something that isn't their passion leads to the best result. So I might have my list of things from my memories in history that I want to see made again. Everybody will, right? When I just think about, not just about Activision Blizzard King, you add in Bethesda, you add in Xbox's history, rare, like the amount of franchises that we now have in our portfolio it's kind of inspiring, it's daunting. I feel that we have to be a great custodian for the content that we touch. These are memories from people on different platforms, different decades. And I want to make sure that when we're going back and visiting something, that we do it with our complete ability, a motivated team that wants to go work on something and make a difference, not just create something for financial gain or create something for a PR announcement and not deliver on the product. So I'm going to start with the teams and what are they passionate about. That's why I'm excited to go on these visits. And then we'll look at it. Like I think we've done an okay job as Xbox. I don't think we've done kind of an A+ job on looking at our franchises and revisiting them. It's always a trade-off between what do you do that's new and going back and doing something. I do think with Game Pass, we have the ability to maybe pick a couple franchises every year and almost do like a revisited. I just made up that term, so it's not a brand.
It's not on a box.
It's not on a box, but you know, I tease about things like Hexen just because I remember playing it as a kid. I have no plan for that. But I do think when you look across all of the franchises and are a part of our teams, there's an opportunity for us to go back, even if it's just to recognize the moment and what those things meant in gaming's history and do something right with it, make it available to people through Game Pass. I think there's an opportunity. There's not a plan for that, but there's an opportunity. If teams want to go back and revisit some of the things that we have and do kind of a full focus on it, I'm going to be all in on that, because I think there's just an amazing trove of things that we can go and touch again. It doesn't have to just be about Activision and Blizzard. Like I said, when you look across all the portfolio, I think about things like the Quake 2 remaster just came out from it. I thought that was awesome, right? They did a real good job revisiting a game, making it current, but also not leaving the history behind. So I'd love to see more things like that.
A melhor parte aqui do que ele acabou de falar é que ele gostaria de trazer todos os anos novas franquias da Activision Blizzard esquecidas lá no passado de volta. Eu não penso aí em umas que ele falou, mas eu penso muito em Pitfall, em Guitar Hero, em outros jogos incríveis da Activision Blizzard. Qual que você queria de volta, em forma de remaster, remake ou um novo jogo? Comenta aqui embaixo. E olhem como ele finalizou a sua participação nesse podcast, olha que bacana.
Yeah, you know, it's these last, I guess for me it's been 2 years. I guess publicly it's been, would you say 20 months or something like that.
Yeah.
I know it's been a journey for the teams internally, definitely externally I've seen it, but to the teams internally, I'll talk to them a little bit. I know that's not what the forum is for, but I have some members of the team here. Like the support, the conviction, the asking questions at the right time. I can see people biting their tongues sometimes when they want to ask a question, but not sure it's right. Same thing with the community outside. I just appreciate all of the words and all the kind of support and kind of go get them. It's been a long process, a learning process for me. It felt awesome to get through it on Friday. I spent the weekend just kind of reflecting on this and then get up this morning and say, let's go get it. But I know for you and people who are out there supporting Xbox, people who have a job to go do, that the kind of level of uncertainty and noise was different than maybe what we were used to or what we're supposed to be focused on. I'm glad that's behind us, and now what an amazing opportunity ahead. So let's go make it all real, make it matter.
Go team, go team.
We'll do the cheer at the end. Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Simplesmente ele agradeceu, ele falou que a sexta-feira foi intensa porque foi o dia da aprovação do CMA, que ele passou o final de semana pensando nisso e devemos esperar o futuro, e no futuro com certeza teremos ótimos frutos após essa aquisição. E o que você achou disso tudo? Triste porque os jogos da Activision Blizzard só irão chegar ao Xbox Game Pass no ano de 2024? Será que é no início? No meio do ano? Eu acho que no início do ano a gente já tem os jogos chegando. Pouco a pouco? Você gostaria que chegasse pouco a pouco? Ou tudo de uma vez? Comenta aqui embaixo. E também já dá o like aqui e comenta tudo de uma vez aqui embaixo. Seu comentário é muito importante, eu leio todos os comentários dos vídeos do canal. E o seu like, principalmente, ajuda demais. Valeu demais, Jadson, só Xbox. Falou e tchau, pessoal.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.